Why do certain people invade our minds, day after day, night after night, without any clear reason? What if those thoughts weren't random, but messages from the universe? Thinking about someone constantly might not just be emotional, it could be energetic. In this video, you're going to uncover the hidden spiritual forces behind those persistent thoughts, and what they might be trying to awaken in you. There are moments in life when someone begins to visit our thoughts uninvited, like a whisper echoing across dimensions. These aren't just ordinary musings. They carry a certain weight, a frequency, a pulse, as if the soul recognizes a familiar vibration. That persistent thought, that name repeating in silence, may be the subtle tug of a connection that transcends this physical plane. Could it be that the soul is remembering? In the vast web of spiritual threads, some bonds are woven not in this life, but many lifetimes ago. When you feel you're thinking about someone constantly, it might be the call of a soul family, or perhaps a twin flame reaching across energetic realms. These connections leave imprints on our energetic field, often becoming persistent thoughts that follow us through our daily lives. They're not random, they're reverberations of something sacred. Have you ever felt that someone lives in the corners of your mind, not because you invited them, but because they never truly left? The energetic bonds formed in soul contracts often remain active in our subconscious mind, influencing not just thoughts, but dreams, emotions, and even life choices. Their presence is like a cosmic compass, guiding us through invisible patterns of recognition and remembrance. There's a reason they reappear when everything else is quiet. Pause here. Close your eyes. Can you feel that subtle pull in your chest or that flicker in your belly when you think of them? That's the energy moving through your being. Try a simple practice tonight. Sit under the stars or near a candle, breathe deeply, and visualize a glowing thread connecting you to that person. Let the vibrations speak. Then, write in your journal. Ask, why are you visiting my mind so often? And wait. The answers come in silence. But what if this connection is being influenced by something deeper than memory? What if the subconscious has more to reveal? Shall we dive further? Have you ever felt lost, disconnected from who you really are? I created 3 transformative ebooks to help you reconnect with your true essence. Click on the link in the pinned comment and begin your transformation now. Beneath the surface of waking life, there's an ocean of thought that never sleeps. The subconscious mind, that silent architect of our inner world, stores impressions, memories, and unspoken desires like sacred scrolls in a temple. When someone appears in your thoughts repeatedly, especially without conscious invitation, it's often a message rising from that deep well, an echo from a part of you that remembers what the surface has forgotten. Sometimes we mistake these recurring thoughts for random nostalgia, but what if they're signals, resonances of something unresolved or unfulfilled? The energetic vibrations of people we've bonded with, even momentarily, can leave subtle imprints. These imprints ripple through our psyche, especially when stillness invites the soul to speak. In these moments, the subconscious isn't just thinking, it's speaking in symbols and sensations. You may find yourself returning to thoughts of someone at dusk, in dreams, or when you're in liminal states, just waking, just falling asleep. These are sacred doorways, moments when the veil thins and personal interest merges with soul-level knowing. It's not always about longing, it's often about remembering. The person you keep thinking about might be a trigger, activating a hidden part of yourself that's seeking recognition or healing. Try this. Before sleeping, place a clear quartz or amethyst under your pillow. Whisper the name of the person you've been thinking about and ask your subconscious, what is it you're trying to show me? Then trust the unfolding. Dreams may reveal messages, emotions may stir. Don't rush the answers. Comment below if you've already experienced this. Have you ever had a dream that felt like a message from beyond? And if these thoughts are energy, What happens when that energy travels beyond the self, creating invisible threads between two people? We'll explore the nature of these unseen ties. Did you enjoy the content and it made a difference for you? Click on Super Thanks and support our work. In the invisible currents of the universe, we are all connected by threads of light, some delicate, others intense, almost magnetic. When we think about someone constantly, it's not always a one-way experience. Sometimes it's the manifestation of an energetic bond, a cord of frequency and vibration that ties two souls together. These bonds aren't bound by distance or time. They're forged in shared moments, karmic ties, or spiritual resonance. Imagine your mind as a transmitter and receiver of energy. Every thought sends out a signal. Every memory pulls energy back in. Over time, these repeated signals create an energetic thread that links you to another. And the stronger the emotional charge, love, longing, confusion, even pain, the tighter this thread becomes. If that person is also thinking of you, the connection intensifies, creating what mystics call a mutual resonance in the field. But here's where it gets mystical. These threads can influence emotions, decisions, even behavior without either party being fully aware. It's like tuning into the same radio frequency. You may suddenly feel drawn to check on them, dream of them, or feel their mood without explanation. The energetic bond acts like a bridge between subconscious minds. This is why energy clearing is essential if a connection becomes too heavy or invasive. If this resonates with you, try a cord clearing meditation. Visualize yourself surrounded by golden light. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, imagine any cords that no longer serve your growth gently releasing into the light with gratitude. You're not cutting love, you're releasing attachment. Share below. Have you ever felt someone else's energy around you without them being physically present? Your story might be the sign someone else needs. But what if this bond isn't karmic or spiritual at all? What if it's simply a matter of fascination, curiosity, or longing? What role does personal interest really play in all this? Let's explore. Not every persistent thought is a soul signal. Sometimes it's our own personal interest that weaves the loops in our mind, curiosity, attraction, or unresolved emotions playing on repeat like a song we can't stop humming. The human heart, after all, is easily captivated by what it doesn't fully understand, and the subconscious mind loves puzzles, especially when feelings are involved. So we return again and again to that image, that memory, that person. Have you ever caught yourself fantasizing, reliving a moment, or imagining scenarios that never happened? In these instances, your mind might be indulging in the idea of someone more than the reality. These persistent thoughts can stem from admiration, or perhaps from a need we believe that person fulfills, a sense of safety, validation, or even excitement. It doesn't always mean there's a deeper spiritual meaning, though the line can blur. This is where awareness becomes your greatest tool. When you're thinking about someone constantly, ask yourself, am I remembering them or am I holding on to a version of them that lives only in my mind? A useful practice is to write a letter to the person without sending it. Pour every thought, question, or emotion onto the page. Often this brings clarity. The act of naming the emotion allows it to dissolve or transform into insight. Engage with your community. Comment below. Have you realized that your thoughts were more about you than them? Reflection is part of the journey, and remember, spiritual growth is not about judging your mind, but observing it with tenderness. Because even in personal fascination, there are seeds of awakening. But what happens when we finally realize that we're the ones in control, that with the right practices, we can choose what thoughts stay and which dissolve? What tools can we use to clear, align, and elevate our inner space? Let's step into that realm. Once someone begins to dominate our thoughts, we often feel powerless, as if the mind has been hijacked by an unseen force. but the truth is far more empowering. The ability to observe a thought without becoming that thought is the first step to liberation. Through self-awareness, we begin to dissolve the illusion of mental captivity and reclaim our space as conscious co-creators of our reality. You are not the noise of your mind. You are the silence behind it. Through daily rituals of presence, we can begin to choose which thoughts we nurture and which we gently release. When a person repeatedly enters your mind, pause. Place your hand on your heart. Breathe in slowly. Ask, is this thought serving my highest good? This sacred pause shifts the energy immediately. With practice, the inner dialogue becomes clearer, and the grip of persistent thoughts begins to loosen. You're no longer reacting, you're responding. Spiritual tools can amplify this process. Try meditating with amethyst or labradorite to calm mental chatter and strengthen spiritual boundaries. Burn sage or use sound cleansing to renew your energetic field. Even journaling can serve as a portal. Writing down the recurring thoughts and burning the page in a small fire ritual is a powerful symbol of release. These practices are more than routines. They are declarations of sovereignty over your inner world. If you've found yourself trapped in cycles of mental looping or emotional overattachment, know this: freedom begins with awareness, and healing follows intention. Whether the thought arises from love, longing, confusion, or spiritual resonance, you always have the power to choose how to relate to it. In honoring the thought without clinging to it, you open the door to deeper peace. The soul isn't asking you to forget, it's inviting you to transform. Now that you understand the deeper meaning behind those recurring thoughts, what will you do with this awareness? Take time this week to observe your mind without judgment. Practice energy clearing, journal your reflections, and listen to what your soul is trying to show you. Have you ever felt spiritually connected to someone without knowing why? Share your story in the comments. Your experience could unlock someone else's healing. And don't forget to subscribe and activate notifications. There's so much more waiting to be revealed on your journey of awakening. If thoughts can shape your reality, imagine what your words are doing. In the next video, we'll uncover how everyday language may actually be casting spells without you even knowing it.